Hello and welcome to the Sensual Being podcast with myself, your host, Jolene Whiting. I have been a pole dance teacher for nearly 20 years. I'm also a yoga instructor, and my favourite pastimes are connecting to my own sensuality, connecting with the world, and connecting with animals as well. In this podcast, you'll find new and inventive ways of how you see yourself, connecting yourself with others, and also how you see and view the world around you. In this episode, we will look at why change can cause so much anxiety in our lives, but we really don't need to let it. Life will never be the same. Life is changing. Hello, you sensual being. I am so grateful that you have taken some time out of your special day, because every day is special, to actually come and have a little one-on-one chat with me right now. So today, my little topic that I'd like you to have a think about is change. Yeah? Change. I don't mean like the loose change in your pocket, having cash. I mean change, the inevitable part of life. Life will always change. I feel like this is getting harder for people to accept, even though I would argue that maybe it's getting harder to accept for the reason I'm about to say, is about the fact of our world is moving faster than it ever did before. Yeah, so I remember when I was younger, I remember there used to be catalogues that would come to the door and you could like order clothes and stuff. I never really did it, but I was just a little bit too young, and I used to look through and I circle the things I wanted, but I never actually went through with it, but I know like those people did. And it would take, I'm sure it was about 6 to 8 weeks for delivery. I assume it was all coming from the UK. I don't know now when I think about it. I was presuming it was UK, and it would still take like 8 weeks. 8 weeks. My God, you'd forget what you ordered now if you ordered something, and it took 8 weeks to come. I mean, those days are gone. But now you can order stuff. I've even ordered stuff on a Sunday night and had it Monday morning. I mean, come on. That's pretty quick, isn't it? Do you know what? Give it another 20 years and I bet it'd be like, no, Jolene. All you have to do is think about it and you've got it. That's very futuristic. But yeah, so that's what I mean about our life moves quicker. Like the thoughts that we have and everything is being implemented quicker. And I wonder if that has like contributed to a lot of anxiety in the world, particularly around change. And the reason why it's come to light with me at the moment is because, sorry if you're a purity student at the moment and you're listening to this is what my brain goes through, yeah? Because I've been making a load of changes to my pole dancing school. Just, I've been running it for years, and every like couple of years or so, things need to change, timetables need to change, maybe the price needs to change, maybe what classes I offer needs to change. Yeah, because I will not stay the same the whole time. And if I stayed the same and taught the same stuff and never grew, then I would never have students that would be with me like for years. One person's even been with me for 10 years now, and she's incredible. I'm going to give her a shout out. Shauna, you're awesome. But she's been with me for literally 10 years. And do you think she would have stayed if I just stayed teaching the exact same things over and over again? No, she wouldn't. So I've had to change and grow and evolve, and I haven't had to do it. It's just part of life. I mean, to be honest, I wouldn't even stuck with the same pole dancing, like doing that for all this time, if I couldn't have grown in it. And it's a bit like me and my partner. We've been together now for 10 years. Woohoo! 10 years last week. So we have managed to stay together, but we've grown together in that time. And that means that you change. I mean, our relationship now is completely different to where it was 10 years ago. I mean, oh my God, it's completely different, but it's still as magical. And not everyone is able to grow together, and that you've got to be okay with that too. Again, it will bring more change. It's either brought change with me and him because we've grown together, but we have changed, or you grow and you grow apart. Yeah. Sometimes change happens, and those are big changes, I know. And what I'm talking about with my work, with my school, with my business, with my love, is different. But change is a part of life, and you can't. If you'd never changed, you'd be a baby forever. You'd never come out of the womb. Do you know what I mean? Change will happen, but somewhere along the way, we've been taught change is bad. Change is bad, bad, bad. Change will cause anxiety. Change causes fear. But it's not true. It's not true. It's a complete lie that we've told ourselves. And it's so hard to help people with this, because I try and put my changes out carefully. Yeah. So I warned people that there's changes coming. They're like, what are they? And I'm like, I'll tell you tomorrow. Yeah. Because I don't want to cause anxiety and panic in people. Yeah, but also I can't not do the changes because I need to keep the business flowing with life. And things change. Oh my God. Things change. But it's just remembering that it's okay that things do change. And it's being able to accept that. Some changes you won't like. But how many times have you had some sort of change or upheaval in your life, and actually it's been the best thing ever? I remember one of my office jobs, I was made redundant. And I was like, oh my God, this is the worst thing ever. Bearing in mind, can I just put this into perspective for you? This was over 20 years ago. And I'd only been in the job for 3 months, so I wasn't able to get any redundancy pay, but they did give you 50 quid. To be honest, I didn't need any. I wasn't deserving of anything legally, but they gave us all 50 quid. And I suppose back then that was more money than it is now. But I remember thinking, right, so this was me, and I was thinking, oh my God, what am I going to do? What job am I going to get now? Oh my God, I didn't even like the job that I had that I was being made redundant of. Yeah, I didn't. It was for a telecom company, or it was for a mobile company. They don't even exist anymore. I think it was pocket phone. Oh, something like that. Time Talk. I can't remember now. My God. They're long gone now. They probably were bought out and then bought out again and again. But anyway, I didn't even like that job. And yet I was only there for 3 months. And I was like, oh my God, it's the worst thing that ever happened to me. And when I left there, I got another job somewhere else. Admittedly, it was another office job. But, it was at a really good company. It was at a glassware company. And it was amazing. And I was in their design department. I was an assistant to everybody in the design department. So I saw all these new designs of all the new things coming in, and it was great. But I thought that being made redundant was the worst thing. And yet I picked up this new job not that long afterwards, and it was great. So how many times, it's a bit like when you hear people they break up with people and they're like, oh, this is the worst thing ever. And then they go on to meet someone who is 10 times better for them. And it would never have happened if that change had never happened. Yeah? So I'm not saying run out now and change your whole life unless you really want to. But I'm saying that when change comes to you, it's not always a bad thing. You can always see what opportunities there are within that situation. Some are easier to see than others. Some of them you will have to work through a lot of emotional pain or baggage or shock. You'll have to work through that before you can ever see an opportunity. Yeah. But change will always happen. It's an inevitable part of life. But the more you can embrace it, the more freedom you will have in your own mind. I hope that's helped you in some way, shape, or form, because change will happen, but you will be okay. Okay, the universe is looking out for you. You will be okay. I'm going to love and leave you there. Remember to lead through your life with your heart and to live with intention. Enjoy your day. Thank you so much for tuning in today. If you enjoyed this episode, please do share it with your friends and on social media. If you have the time to rate or review this podcast, I'd be ever so grateful. If you'd like to follow me on Instagram, you can find me at Jolene Sensual Being. The links to my YouTube and to sign up to my mailing list will be in the show notes as well. I look forward to speaking with you again very soon.